Good morning, hockey fans. This is Steven Heisler with HeisHockey.com and the Victorious Hockey Company with the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Today is Thursday, January 19th for most of us. Good day today. We'll do like a 20-minute show, 30-minute show. Let's run down the USHL scores from last night. No games last night. Muskegon at Youngstown is today. USHL notes. Having gone 8-2-0-0 in the last 10 games, Fargo remains atop the Western Conference standings with a league-high 45 points. Chicago is 6-4 in the last 10 with 44 points and ranked first in the Eastern Conference standings. The Steel's 21 wins stand tied with Fargo for the most victories in the league. Cedar Rapids head coach Mark Carlson has racked up 748 career wins behind the Rough Riders bench. Nice job, Carly. Carlson, who began his tenure with Cedar Rapids in 1999-2000, ranks only behind P.K. O'Hanley in terms of most coaching wins in the history of the USHL. O'Hanley has 783 victories as the coach of Waterloo and North Iowa. With 327 wins, Tri-Cities' Anthony Noreen ranks 10th on the USHL list for career coaching victories. Noreen, who guided the Storm to the 2021-22 Anderson Cup, was last season's USHL Coach of the Year. No games today in the NAHL. Did I miss something? Was there an NAHL game today? Some notes. Amarillo Wranglers of the North American Hockey League are pleased to announce that defenseman Pierce Patterson has committed to play Division I hockey for Army at West Point. Good job, kid. Patterson, 20, is in his first season of playing in the NAHL for the Wranglers and second season of junior hockey overall. The 5'10", 170-pound native of Austin, Texas, is currently second in team scoring with 23 points in 29 games played. His 23 points is among the top 10 in scoring among all NAHL defensemen. Tommy, look at NHL.com and see if there's any games today, unless I just happen to miss it. Could happen. This is my natural hair color. I got to promote the NAHL brand because they love me so much. We had a really good time at the showcase with a NAPHL event in Michigan. We found a real funky diner on Sunday morning, 6 a.m. We couldn't find anything to eat anywhere. Denny's is all closed until 7. So today's games in the NAHL. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Philadelphia at Northeast Generals at 7 p.m. Bismarck at Aberdeen, 7:15 p.m. And the Wisconsin Wendigo are at Fairbanks at 7 p.m. Alaska time, which is like 11 o'clock here. I'll be watching that game. That'll be fun. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 a.m. My wife starts screaming at me, "Where are you, baby?" I'm watching hockey. Watching hockey. That's what we do here. Today's topic. Pretty good topic. Positives that jump out in the evaluation process. We're bringing this one back today because I want to get a show for it. And one of the top coaches in the North American Hockey League from last year is now coaching college hockey. You guys can limit that list down to a couple. Mike Aiken. He came up with this list. I love it. I love what he has to say. Let's break that down today. Junior hockey coaches, especially at the free-to-play levels, take a lot of things into consideration when identifying and selecting prospective players. There's so much more to the game than skill alone. And the sooner prospects figure that out, opportunities have a tendency to flow like water. Today's top 10 list comes from Mike Aiken last year and should be something every young player comprehends before hitting the ice. All right, kids. This is not going to be this will be very interesting for you because you'll find that a lot of things on this list are intangibles that really are not about your hockey skill. It's about your attitude. Go help open the door because the dog's going to go crazy. My dog barks at me when anybody comes to the door. He's a 7-pound polar bear. Oh, yeah, he's going crazy this morning. Whack, 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 whack. Daisy and Sonia are coming home from church. Sonia sang this morning at St. Catherine's. All right, Tommy will make it back here in a few seconds here. Number 1 on my list is Mike's list, work ethic. Does he play hard every shift? Hockey is a game that requires constant movement. The more you work, the harder you play, the clearly it's evident to everybody in the room that's watching. Everybody in the building sees it. There's no hiding hard work. There's also no hiding laziness. If you're lazy in the one thing that you love the most, what's the rest of your life going to be like? So work hard in these practices, in these games, especially in games where you know there's a camera in the sky, and every coach on the continent that wants to watch can watch, evaluate you. They look at your elite prospects. Well, okay, you watch them film. Pull up the Instat, and if you're gliding to the zone, you're not working very hard, that's not going to sit well for the coaches. Number 2, unselfishness. Sharing the puck. Discipline. Blocking. Are you doing these things? Are you the unselfish player? Are you a team player or are you a me player? The me players tend to get overlooked. The team players tend to get opportunities. Which one are you? Number 3, hockey sense. Shots, shift length. Team first guys making the correct play at the proper time. A lot of your hockey sense you'll get from watching film. You can watch live games all you want. You can try to emulate your heroes and score the fancy goals. That's not what we're talking about today. Hockey sense in this area is about what's going on between your ears every time you touch the puck, every time you're moving on the ice. Are you moving into the right direction? Are you making the right pass? Mistakes happen. And you learn from your mistakes, but are you learning from those mistakes? Or are you trying to do the same thing over and over again? Kids, watch your own film. HStat is an amazing tool. Utilize it. Identify your own mistakes. Don't repeat them. Enhance your hockey sense. Compete level. Does he win battles? How bad do you want it? Show that in the camp. Show that in the game. Show that in these showcase events. Be the guy that's the hungriest for the puck. Be the guy that's hungriest to win the battles. If your compete level is over the top, you're an asset. Leadership. It's hard for a 16-year-old to be a leader on a team full of 20-year-olds. I get it. It's not what we're talking about. But can you lead by example all the time? Are you walking into the rink making disrespectful jokes or comments with your buddies, not realizing who's around you? Are you in the room making a mess after the game and walking away and leaving your stuff all over the floor? Do you put your towels in the bucket? Are you that kind of kid? Are you a respectful player, or are you a player that feels like he doesn't have to do any of those things? You can say or do whatever you want. Lead by example all the time. It makes a big impression. Body language. Kids, this is a big one. This is the big one. How do you react to adversity? Are you coachable? When the coach talks to you, do you look at him in the eye or do you look away? In the film room, when you get put on call a little bit, you get called out for something you did in the game. Do you sulk? Oh man, I don't want to hear about this. Not again. That does not work. It may work for your tier 3 team. It may work for your team or your ACHA D3 team, D2 team, if that's the route you want to take. But if you want to make it in junior hockey and you want to make it to college hockey and play at a decent level, your body language can be everything. Be positive. Don't give him anything not to like you about. Discipline. This is another big one. Does he retaliate? Does he put his team first? Someone hacks you. Are you going to come around, turn around and spear him? You're going to butt at him? You're going to check it from behind? You're going to pull him down? Or are you going to skate away? Maybe the ref saw it, maybe not. But those times when you retaliate, that's what causes the other team to get a power play a lot of times. So can you be the guy that can maintain composure when that happens? Can you be the guy that accepts the fact that you just got your bell rung and a clean check? Go back to the bench, clear your head, get back out there. Maybe not. That's what my dad did. Smelling salts. Get back out there. These days, they can't do that anymore. Okay, forget that last part. That didn't end up well for me. No. Number 8, hockey skills. Skating, shooting, puck skills. Here we are. The first 7 on this list are things every player can do. From AA up, maybe even single A up. Work ethic, unselfishness, hockey sense, compete level, leadership, body language, and discipline. First 7 are all things that every single player can address and every single player can master. Number 8, skating, shooting, puck skills. Here we go. Here we get down to the hockey. You got to be able to skate. You got to be able to shoot. You got to be able to carry the puck. Number 9. Really, this can be with the other 7. Extra work. Do you show up late, early for practice and stay late? Are you the first guy on the ice and the last guy off? Do you do things outside if you have outdoor ice? Are you working on your game only during practice, which is really the team part, or are you working on your individual game when every opportunity that you have? Be smart. That stuff shows up. Athleticism. Stays late for practices and be working on skills. Can the athlete move, run, jump, and change direction? Is he coordinated? Is there stuff for the coach to work with and develop? That's number 10, kids. Number 10. What kind of athlete are you? Do you want to get better, or do you just say you want to get better? Do you want to go Division I, or are you just saying that? How much work are you willing to put in? How bad do you want it? The kids that want it the most are the kids that work the hardest. Natural talent, look at every one of you from AAA up have natural talent. Otherwise, you would not be there. But so many AAA players peak their development at the Bantam level and never get any better. You got to work on individual skills. You got to work on being stronger, faster, more consistent. You have to understand that you do have weaknesses. If you don't address those weaknesses, the game's over. You're going to plateau way early in your career. A lot of kids that first year of junior hockey after high school is the first time in their lives they get the real opportunity to really focus on their game. The thing they love the most is their game. Okay, you got a year now. No school, you're maybe in a different town. Now's your chance to really buckle down and take your hockey career seriously. And what do we see happening? Kids get out, wait from mom and dad for the first time. They're in a billet house. They're more interested in the partying and the lifestyle and hanging out with the boys. And they really don't spend that much time getting better as hockey players. And those are the same players that you'll see kind of get through it. They'll have a career in hockey. They'll play D3, Maybe they'll play ACHA, but they really don't move up the ladder of development or get better as individual players. You got to be better. Get better between the ears, get better on the ice. Akes was right. 8 of the 10 have nothing to do with ability or athleticism. 8 of the 10. This article was printed this morning on HeisHockey.com. If you don't do anything else the rest of the year, that one article is worth the price of the subscription. Players are fully in control of 8 of the 10 on the list. If you don't have numbers 1 through 7, I don't really care about number 8 to 10. Players can make teams by having 1 through 7. You can make the team by being the hardest working player on the ice. You can make the team by being unselfish. You can make the team by having control of your emotions on the ice. You got to be able to play. But the differences between AAA and the National Hockey League draft pick, really the big difference is how hard do you want to work for it? How much does this really mean to you? There's the question. Victorious hockey clients are used to hearing me say a lot of these things, but we see it every day. We see kids that are in it for the lifestyle. They're not in it to get better. Kids, prospects, parents. Parents, don't waste your money on a kid that's 20 years old playing in Tier 3 and he hasn't gotten any better in the last 2 years. Send that kid on to school. Get him on with his life. He's prolonging the agony. It's not real. Make sure your players are getting better. Don't fall into a trap and, hey, I like this team in Bloomington or wherever, or Decatur. I'm going to be here for 4 years. That's not good. Climb the ladder of development or get off the ladder. Is that cold? What do you think, Tommy? Makes sense to you? There's no use wasting your parents' time or money on a party. That's not what this is about. If you're vaping, get out of hockey. You're not serious. If you're vaping every day before practice, doing marijuana vapes in your car, whatever it is, you are wasting everybody's time. You are a pretender, not a contender. Period. Doesn't make any sense. If I don't understand that whatsoever. I don't get it. That one blows my mind. That's it for today, folks. Kind of a weird show. 18 minutes, maybe go to 20 minutes. Tomorrow is a top 5 something. We'll figure it out today. Maybe we'll get something about the USA Hockey meetings, the top 5 things or the best things about refereeing. That'll be funny. All right. I'm looking for a co-host because people are asking about that. So I think we can do 3 people at one time. Can we? So if you want to be a regular on this show and hang out with us in the morning, you're more than welcome to. I don't know where you're going to be at, but Tommy cannot deliver coffee to Nova Scotia. So Patty Flynn, if you're out there, love to have you on. But let's figure it out. Want to find someone to counter me a little bit on this show. You can do it regularly, semi-regularly. It's be fun. I used to have Cliff Cook. Cliff Cook and I did a morning show. It was called First Call, but it was all audio, like 5 days a week, and it was a lot of fun. But Cliff went far left on us. So there you go. That's it for today, folks.